This is Stay Paid, a sales and marketing podcast on a mission to help you close more deals and retain more business.
Welcome to another Silver Dollar episode of Stay Paid. My name is Josh. I paused on the intro because as soon as we started recording, I was like, oh, I don't have my hat.
Do you want it?
I always wear a hat.
Do you really on Silver Dollars?
For Silver?
Yeah, he comes
This
in.
is
They're
how
literally sitting
unattentive
right
I am.
here.
He's so unattentive. I no hat for the guests out of respect, and then I wear a hat for Silver Dollars to keep keep the branding.
I love it.
Anyway, welcome to Stay Paid. My name is Joshua Slate.
And I'm Luke Acree.
And today we are going to talk about landing pages. If you are still sending strangers to your website, hoping that they will give you their contact information, or even more unlikely that they're going to
You
reach out.
are dumb. I'm just kidding.
Going to reach out directly to you. You are missing out on a huge lead generation potential and hundreds, if not thousands of people in your area that you can prospect. The reality is that people do not convert on home pages. They convert on landing pages. So today we're going to go over the top 5 landing pages you should be using as a real estate agent to start generating leads for your business. And when I say thousands of leads, like we literally mean, your brother has generated thousands of leads from landing pages and lead forms over the last year or so that we've been working with him that would have never popped up into his radar.
And you'll end up having tons of landing pages out there. You had mentioned the other day, we literally have 2,000?
Well, we have over 5,000 pages, but we have
5,000.
over 2,000 active landing pages.
Yeah, so because we're trying to get leads, right? So we have them out there. As we'll talk about a bunch of the different types of landing pages. Explain the difference, though, that you did the other day when we did this training webinar on the home page versus the landing page because of how targeted.
Yeah. I mean, the number one mistake that people make is sending people to their homepage in order to generate leads, when in reality, your homepage has to serve so many different types of visitors. I gave the example that for our company, someone might be coming to our website to, because they came directly to our website because they want to log in as a client. So we need that available. They may be finding us on Google because they heard about our business. They look up Reminder Media. That brings them to our homepage. And then they want to learn more about what we do as a business. Now, we do optimize our homepage for lead conversion. If you go to remindermedia.com, you'll see above the fold in the hero image section is our main call to action that we want people to do, which is to request a sample. We could have people coming to our site that are looking for a job and they need to find out more about careers at Reminder Media. So all of those different things come into play. And the reason why you want to make sure that your landing page is a single page with a single purpose, meaning you don't want any navigation on your landing page. You don't want multiple calls to action on your landing page. Because you don't want people to get distracted and be taken away from what you drove them there for. A landing page specifically is something you are taking somebody to through some form of advertisement. I think at the end, we can go through, how you can promote your landing pages. But basically, if you go to Google right now and search landing pages and you'll see Google ads, right? When you click on one of those Google ads, it's not going to send you to their homepage. It's going to send you to a landing page that's specifically optimized to match the content on that ad and to capture leads.
Yeah, normal conversion of a landing page is what? You said 9.3%?
9.4% or something like that. Yeah. We've seen as high as 35% conversion rate on some of our best landing pages that have produced that consistently, whereas our website's homepage is as low as 3% in terms of conversion rates because there's so many different types of people coming to that page.
Yeah, so much of landing pages is all about it's the whole concept, the item of value you're giving. So that's going to be the attraction that brings in. But you had mentioned the other day, which I think is super valuable too, is design is super important.
Yeah, I think it's 94% of people say that design is the number one factor when choosing to trust or mistrust a brand. So making sure that you have beautifully designed landing pages as well. We're going to go over the top 5 landing pages for real estate that actually work. We have proven this through our own testing because we have a landing page product. So we've seen these work in our own testing. We've also tested these with some of our clients as well. These actually come from an article on The Close. So I went through and pulled theirs because I wanted to
great site.
I wanted to spot check ourselves. I wanted to say, all right, I kind of made my list, and then I went to their site and looked up their list. I'm like, yeah, these pretty much line up perfectly with the ones that we've seen work as well. Keep in mind, this is a study by SpinTech. The typical first-time real estate website visitor will only visit 2 pages of your site and won't stay longer for more than a minute or 2. So really, really important that when building your landing pages, you're being extremely clear with what you want somebody to do and that you are being extremely clear with the value that you're providing. So the first one is going to be, I think everyone probably can guess this one.
It's the most valuable one.
The home valuation landing page or a comparative market analysis.
Yeah, this is probably the most popular. If you Google most popular landing page for real estate agents, this is it. But it makes the most sense because this is the one that's going to generate for you the lead that is closest to bottom of funnel, because anybody who is requesting what their home is worth is thinking about what that would mean if they sold.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So there are a couple different ways that you can do this. One, there's the instant gratification way, and then there's sort of the delayed gratification way. Instant gratification is whenever you're giving someone the estimate right away based on they're entering in their home address, they're entering in their information, and then you're giving them the estimate right away. The delayed gratification is whenever you send somebody, they fill out the form, and then you basically send them a report.
Mm-hmm.
I tend to recommend a combination between the two.
Yeah, that's what our landing page.
If you do a delayed gratification, you could potentially frustrate the visitor and they might go somewhere else to try and get the instant gratification. But if you're only doing instant gratification without any additional follow-up, you're not setting yourself up with the opportunity.
Chances are you might be giving them a Zestimate, and we all know about the Zestimates, how good they are.
So, I mean, the idea of doing a combination of both is you give them that estimate that their home is worth, and then you also let them know, hey, I'm going to send you a customized report for your
the way our
market.
landing page literally works is the person puts in their address, where they want to receive the valuation, and then as we are loading that info, it says, hey, we're going to reach out to you basically and give you an accurate evaluation of your home. But in the meantime, here's what we have found online.
It keeps them from going somewhere else, but it also sets you up to do the follow-up. Headlines that you could use on this type of landing page: how much is my home worth? Mm-hmm. Probably one of the best ones that you could do. How much would my house sell for is another good one. And then another example I saw was sell your home for more. I kind of like that one too.
Extra tip I would give you is anytime in marketing you can go more specific, the better. So if you're serving a community like Josh and I are based in King of Prussia outside of Philadelphia, how much are homes selling for in King of Prussia, right? Or how much would your King of Prussia home sell for? The more specific you can get, even down to an address, the better. On our landing pages, like we allow people to change the headline down to the exact location they're targeting. Yep. So that type of idea can help you improve conversion.
Number 2 is going to be your property search landing page. So this would be a form that that people can fill out and give you criteria on on what they're looking for in a home, so you can build them a custom list. You also don't have to do the criteria. This is probably the one that's working the best for your brother Steven, where it's literally, the headline is under $250,000 exclusive list of Campbell County homes.
Yes.
So that's the example of number 1, you're calling out the geography, but number 2, you're offering an item of value for someone, and these tend to skew more towards buyer leads. But what Steven's been finding is you find the sellers in your buyer lead, because most people have a home that they want to sell.
And I will point out here, so the landing page we're referring to is literally enter in your information and we will send you a list of properties. But it is still valuable to give people an access to basically an IDX page. And a lot of times I would tell you, do this after the fact of that landing page, where it's a single action, where it's like, hey, request a list of properties that are $250,000 in the King of Prussia market. Boom, they get that list. The next thing you drip on them is a page that gives them access to a bunch of homes, basically like an IDX page. That's the only landing page I would say you're going to give to somebody that is not really technically a landing page, because they can go all over, but it's super valuable. And here's why. Once you get them to enter their info, most of these IDX pages from a back-end standpoint will give you the ability to track every home that they click on. So even though you're giving them multiple things they can do, which is a negative to a landing page, it's not, because you're literally tracking whatever they do. So now I know Josh Dyke clicked on a $250,000 home. He clicked on a $350,000 home. First, it's blocked by the, portal, basically.
Well, the IDX search would happen on your confirmation page, right? After they've already entered in their information. So your landing page should still be focused on getting them to that list of homes where they're entering in their information. But then once they fill out the form, you've already captured the lead, and then they have the ability to go beyond.
A lot of people will do this also with a single property, as I've seen. So they do a landing page where it's like, hey, you want to check out this $500,000 home? You get to it, and all of a sudden, boom, it pops up. You got to enter your information to see it.
Yeah.
And then you enter your information, and from there, you're seeing the home, which you get instant gratification. But now they're tracking everything you do on their site.
Other headlines that I saw that kind of matched this style landing page that I liked was see new listings before anyone else. So anytime you
Yeah, I
can
love that.
offer like a little bit of exclusivity. Need to move to a single story home. I've compiled a list of every 1-story homes for sale in the Canton Woodstock area. So very specific. But again, with landing pages, you want to be testing multiple versions. And so from that, you can get as niche as you want with each one of those versions. We set up to like 5 or 6 different price points when we're setting up Facebook ad services for our clients. The third type is going to be a real estate farm landing page. So this is more of an idea. Instead of trying to promote a property, this would be a resource to attract buyers to an entire region. So this is great if you're marketing an entire planned community. Some of the headlines that you could pull there would be thinking about a home in the Hill Country. Let us help. Another one, new 1+ acre home sites will be available in late summer 2022. Check with us for availability. So again, you'll notice in these headlines, they're very, very clear. They're not clever at all. These aren't like clever marketing taglines. These are very clear statements, and then a very clear call to action in terms of what they have to do in order to get.
Yeah, I love that. You see this a lot of times with things like, I think of like horse farms, right? And there's a whole avenue of marketing just to go after people who are into, I don't even know what it's called. But
horse farmage?
No. What is it? Oh man, it starts with an E.
I was going to say
equestrian.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, I can't even remember. But you see that
My mom
a
works
lot.
on a horse farm.
Yeah, I remember you growing up
that,
having some horror stories with the horse farm. You know?
There were some horror stories
horse
that I
breeding,
can't
which is
repeat
crazy
on this
yeah.
podcast. But also great, like if you're promote farming different
niching
areas
is my
outside
point.
of your. Yeah.
Niching down, whether you're niching down community-wise, niching down client-base-wise, like you're attracting certain people. This is also really popular if you live in like a Phoenix, Arizona, or in Arizona where people move, right? And they retire there, or Florida and they retire. You can literally target retirees.
Yeah,
you can
great.
target that, snowbirds, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, great idea. Number 4 is going to be a community guide landing page. So this is your opportunity to showcase your community expertise, share your knowledge of the parks, coffee shops, events, neighborhood news. One of the headlines here that I pulled from the example in the close was Get My Local Girl's Guide to Alexandria, all of the must-dos in town. So again, she's kind of niching down on local girls' guide. So obviously appealing to women there, but also giving you the, the fact that you're going to be receiving all of her tips on what to do in Alexandria.
Yeah, I love that. And this is something that they can download. It's like literally a lead magnet.
Yep. Or add them to your newsletter, your weekly newsletter, or monthly or bi-monthly newsletter. The events, we actually offer local events on our digital marketing platform. So you can add people to that. The events that are happening in your area goes out automatically for you every 2 weeks. The 5th one that we'll talk about is exclusive homeowner content landing page. This is your lead magnets, your ebooks, your information that you're going to be providing people in exchange for their contact info. So a great idea here would be, we have an ebook on, I think it's the 5 costly mistakes to avoid when selling your home.
Yeah, 5 biggest mistakes.
We have one on a guide to multi-generational households, and then we have a guide on first-time home buyers.
Yeah.
Right. So each one of those kind of fits a different kind of niche or different target audience, but they all give you some insight into what the consumer is thinking. If you're downloading a guide on multi-generational homes, you're thinking, okay, wait a minute, is this person having a family move in with them because they need to sell their home? Maybe it's an elderly, parents that are moving in with them. Do they have a home to sell? Maybe they're looking at purchasing a new home because they're combining families and they need more space, right? These are all great ways to also intro your call in.
Correct.
Hey, saw you're looking for multi-generational homes. Some advice on that. Did you find what you were looking for?
Yeah, exactly.
It's the exact same script we've talked about if you go back and listen to the Facebook ad services where, hey, I saw you're looking for a list of homes. Did you find what you were looking for?
Exactly. No, 100%. And it qualifies, right? You're able to qualify your target audience based upon these guides. You're going to attract people in that are naturally interested in the guide that you're giving.
Yeah, the important thing to think about here is the decision to sell a home often occurs a lot, like months after actually starting to, or excuse me, before contacting a real estate agent, right? So you're thinking about it, you're making the decision before you ever go out and try and find a real estate agent. That happens a long time before. So think of these leads as, these aren't as hot as probably someone looking for a list of homes, but they're great leads to introduce yourself and begin to nurture, because we know what's the stat for the agent that contacts first?
It's 82% of consumers choose the first agent they interview with.
So huge opportunity to get in their sphere and on top of mind when they're starting that process.
If you can be top of mind, you'll win this game. But most people are so instant gratification, they never stay consistent in being top of mind. And so that's why they lose.
Absolutely. So it's a couple different ways you can promote your landing page. Post it on social media, post it on your Facebook, promote it in your Instagram stories.
Yep.
Right. That's another good thing to consistently be posting because you can include the link right there in your Instagram stories. You can obviously run ads on social media. We have a full Facebook ad service. Well, I shouldn't say Facebook because it covers Instagram as well, but it's lead generation services where we can help you get those set up for you. We also have some webinars that you can watch through, but basically we'll show you exactly how to set up that ad on Facebook, and then it'll also run on Instagram and Facebook's entire ad network platform.
I would tell everybody, just try this story today. Do you know what your home's worth? Yes or no? Yep. Everybody who clicks no, reach out to them with a personal DM and say, hey, would you like to know? I can send you a free eval.
And if you're a client of Reminder Media, you actually get one free landing page as a client of ours. So you can actually try it out with our landing pages. Yep. Other things you can do you can promote it in your email newsletter, include it in your email signature, right? And use that same headline, that same call to action in your email signatures that are on your landing page. You can put it on your blog. So we would call this an ascension path. If you're pulling people into your blog to read content, find the natural ascension path that will take them to filling out a form to collect or to get an item of value. And then, of course, you can implement it on your own website. So on your homepage, you can actually implement landing pages where maybe you have a pop-up, you have an exit intent. So anytime you move your cursor off the website and into like the browser bar and you see a little pop-up come up, that's called an exit intent form. You can use that as an opportunity to provide that item of value. You can also do little, I always call them eyebrows. I don't know if that's the technical term, but at the very top of your website, you can put a little banner up to promote your landing page. And when they click through that, because you're offering an item of value, they're then on a landing page with a single purpose and a single call to action.
Yeah, I love that.
There you go. Those are the 5 realist landing pages that are working in 2022. Thank you so much for listening. You can head on over to staypaidpodcast.com for the show notes and the video of this episode. You can also go to remindermedia.com/landing pages to check out the different landing pages. We have a demo that you can watch on that as well. If you're kind of hearing this, you're like, yeah, I got to try this. I want to use this in my business, but I have no idea where to start or what landing pages to create. We have those options for you available over at remindermedia.com/landing pages. Guess what, Luke?
What?
I saw a bird.
that was really big suspense.
What a lead in for that one.
I saw a bird eating avocado toast the other day. Yeah, bird eating avocado toast. Yeah. It was a millennial falcon. I had that one in my dad joke calendar yet last night.
That was so good.
You know they're good when you giggle to yourself.
Yeah, that's so good. Oh,
if you want to get a hold of me or Luke, you can email us at podcast@remindermedia.com, or you can find us on Instagram. We're at Stay Paid Podcast. For this episode of Stay Paid, I'm Joshua Stike.
Guys, I'm Luke Acree. The action item from this is you need to be doing landing pages in your business, right? Whether you use us, use another company, do it yourself, you need to be doing it. Every real estate agent listening to this, you need a free home evaluation landing page. It can be so valuable for you to use in your stories, to post on your Facebook, to send out an email, to put on your postcards and your mailers that you're doing. It is so worth it. So start taking action by going and researching and getting that implemented in your business. Like Josh said, you can go to remindermedia.com/landing pages or just Google landing pages for real estate agents, insurance agents, and a ton of options I'm sure will come up. Remember, the difference between top producers and mediocre producers in any business is top producers take action. Take action on that today.